Good luck to everyone out there taking the October LSAT. I hope that you crush it. At this point, in the final week before the October LSAT, I'm typically getting lots of last minute questions about LSAT test day and how to prep in the final week. Today, I'm going to break all of that down for you. For those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Of course, back when I took the LSAT, it was in person and on paper. Now you can take it online on a computer, either from home or in person at a parametric testing center. The rules look a little bit different whether you're taking it remotely or in person. For those taking the LSAT remotely, pens, pencils, mechanical pencils, and highlighters are all totally fine. You can have 6 sheets of scratch paper. It can be blank, lined, or graph, but it has to be standard size paper, meaning 8.5 by 11. There used to be a loophole where you could use legal size paper, but LSAC has since closed that loophole. You can have any kind of drink, but it's got to be in a clear container, and you can use soft foam generic earplugs to block out noise. The rules are a bit different if you're taking the LSAT in person. In person at the Parametric Testing Center, they'll give you noise canceling headphones to block out sound from other test takers and the proctor. They'll give you pencils and scratch paper, so don't bring your own. If you want to have a drink during the test, it's got to be water in a clear container, and you'll be taking the LSAT on their advice, namely a desktop computer, so don't bring your own computer or tablet. Now, when it comes to LSAT test day timing itself, with standard timing, you'll have 2 35-minute sections back to back, a 10-minute break, then 2 more sections back to back, 35 minutes each, and that's the test. Of course, if you have accommodations for extra time or extra breaks, it may look a bit different, and of course, it's going to make test day longer for you. Now, whatever your timing situation on LSAT test day, you want to work on your endurance. You want to take several practice tests before the big day so that test day itself will feel like just another run through. I typically recommend taking at least 10 full-length timed exams before the big day, but at this point in the final week, you're already here. If you've done at least 5 practice tests, you're probably in a pretty good place. You may want to consider doing 1 more practice test this week. So for example, if you're taking the LSAT on Friday for your official exam, you may want to take Thursday off as a day off just to rest and relax, take a hot bath, get a massage, go for a watch Netflix, whatever relaxation is for you. You might want to do just a little bit of studying. If not studying at all would stress you out, but of course, don't overdo it. Maybe you want to take 1 final practice test on Wednesday, but again, only if it won't stress you out. Now, whether you're taking 1 more test going forward or you've already taken 1 recently, don't place too much stock in any unusually high or unusually low practice test results. This close to the exam, of course, anything out of the ordinary could just be an outlier. Instead, take the average of your most recent 5 practice tests, and that will be the best indication of where you stand. If you're not happy with that number, remember that you can always retake the LSAT. The November LSAT and the January LSAT are still early enough that you can still apply this fall, not too late. In fact, the November LSAT is still on the earlier side. Law schools will not penalize you for having multiple LSAT takes on your record. They only consider the highest score, and they do not average multiple LSAT scores. Of course, you probably already know this, but the LSAT has changed. Starting with this past August LSAT, LSAC removed the logic game section and replaced it with a second scored logical reasoning section, meaning on LSAT test day, you're going to have 2 scored logical reasoning sections, 1 scored reading comp, and 1 unscored extra section of either logical reasoning or reading comprehension. Law schools will not care whether you took the LSAT with logic games or without logic games. They just want to see the highest score on record out of 180. Of course, going forward, at this point, final week, trust in your prep up to this point. Go in confident that you'll do well, and remember that retaking is always an option if you need it. So if you want to sign up for November or January, just for the peace of mind to know it's available, if you need it, might well be worth it. And of course, if you are considering a retake, my team and I are glad to help you out. You can check out the links below to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. And in the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.